So we use McEnroe growing potting mix that we get from a McEnroe organic farm in New York State. It's a great mix, the best one we've used. We mix it together with some of the Farmer D soil mix that we buy locally. We seed a lot of our seeds by hand. We don't do that many flats, so it's enough to do by hand. We use also a very thick plastic tray. The size is 1/28. Their company is called Winstrip. Those are some tomatoes that are ready to be transplanted out. This is a good view of the Winstrip trays we use. It's a thick plastic and they last forever. The way we get the seedlings out is we hit the sides a little bit with a hammer, and that loosens up the root balls, and they're much easier to pull out of those out of the tray. So we pull those out. As you can see, it's got a nice little root ball to it, and then we go from that into a 2x2 Jiffy pot. Jiffy pots are made from lime and peat moss. So they're easy to plant. We take the same soil mix from McEnroe Organic Farm and transplanted tomatoes in that. And so from that size pot, we plant them outside. So this is basically what the tomato looks like when we plant it outside. This is also how we sell them at the market. And that just gives you a little idea of how we present them at the market with the different names. And we sell mostly heirloom tomato plants at market because those are harder to find for people and are much more in demand than a regular hybrid tomato. We basically use the same system for all our other transplants here. We have China choy and pak choy. We also seed those by hand. We do have a vacuum seeder that we use at times when we do big plantings, but we rarely do big plantings other than broccoli sometimes. And again, here a good view of where we hit it with the hammer, and the root balls come right loose. The transplants are going into a high tunnel. We water all high tunnels with a drip irrigation, 8-inch spacing. It's 8 mil, 8-inch spacing. We drop the little plants in a row, and then somebody else comes behind to transplant them, put them in the ground, and about 3 weeks later, the baby pak choy and China choy will look like this. So this is ready for market. All right.